93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley,
defending Terrell Farley,
who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Friday, May 29th, 2026. It is Good Sense Friday here at The Ticket. Bock, the road to Omaha starts today for the Men's College World Series, but we had a good one last night in the Women's College World Series where Nebraska women beat Arkansas in 10 innings, 5-3, Bock. What a thriller. Do we have the audio, Bock, of the home run?
Yeah, I can get
Let's
it
hear it one time, Bock. Give the people what we want to hear.
Give me a second here. Going to pull it up. I know they had it a little bit earlier today to play. But, yeah, I mean, when you say the home run, there's a couple of them that were pretty exciting last night. Yeah, we can get to the game winner, especially as that's, walk-off. What's better than a walk-off home run? And here it is.
I feel like...
Well, that's responding to it. Hold on a second. Here we go.
It's time and again for the Razorbacks. Into center by Kuzak. Johnson going back. It's gone. It's over. It's Ava. 2-out magic from Ava Kuzak. And it was worth the wait. 10 innings and 24 years later.
Now, Bock, when we talk about the relentless of this girls' women's softball team, Bock, they don't stop. They don't give up. Down 2-0, fight back, tied up, hits another solo home run in the 8th, or what was that, the 7th or the 8th?
Well, I mean, they had a big home run in the 8th that helped extend the game from Hanakura, yeah.
Yeah, so you're looking at a team that doesn't give up, that doesn't quit, was down. Now, Bock, they come in the 9th, in the 10th, hit a home run, wins. Now we have an Alabama team waiting on us, Bob. Great game from the women's last night. When we talk about attendance-wise, Bob, it broke the second session record for women's softball in the College World Series. 12,605 people in attendance.
Yeah, and they had to stay up late. They, get those extra innings in. Of course, it was somewhat of a late start, if you will, in general, as far as Central Time Zone goes. But it was a lot of fun. Man, obviously the best games. You get so excited when you blow somebody out, right? And you kind of know midway through the 5th inning where this thing is headed. And you can maybe be able to relax and celebrate and all that. And those are good times too. But the excitement of sports is when your team is down, it is not looking good, down to their last few opportunities, and they are able to find a way to fight through and to get that opportunity to win. Just incredible. And again, the Kuzak home run, certainly a historic home run in Nebraska's softball history. But I do not want to look over the Hanakura home run as well in the 8th, because that was it felt like it was coming to an end, and it certainly was. They had 2 outs left, batter at the plate. Jordy Fromm, of course, the college softball player of the year this past year, just got out. You thought, man, at least if we get on her on base, maybe there's a chance. But Hanakura comes up, of course, former teammate of hers at Oklahoma, and saves Nebraska. Then she's just, the excitement, jumping around by the crowd. I mean, that is a scene I will not soon forget. And of course, again, with those, it is fun because that moment can only be elevated if Nebraska wins, right? I mean, if Nebraska ends up losing that game, cool in the moment, but it ultimately is for naught. So thankfully, between the two, Kuzak and Core, helping Nebraska in prolonging, obviously their season, they would have went to the losers bracket, as Arkansas will do now and play UCLA. So it wasn't do or die quite yet, but obviously it's tough to win out of the losers bracket in the College World Series. You just don't see it that often. And so, this was huge, and it does. It kind of starts this feeling of, you know what? Maybe there is a little bit of destiny on our side. And so especially when they get down, if they get down, further into this series, they're going to have the confidence that they can come back.
You're right, Bock. Other games that was played yesterday at the Women's College World Series, number 11, Texas Tech beat Mississippi State 8-0.
Yeah.
Jason Williams' daughter was hit for the 5th time, 4 last time, and 1 this week. So I would like to play them.
Well, you might get your wish.
Yeah.
I know they
talk
lead
some smack to him.
Yeah.
See if we can get him on the radio.
Jason Williams is awesome. I mean, one of my favorite players growing up, for certain, on the basketball court, white chocolate out there. But Texas Tech has got the or is leading the nation right now in run ruling people. So another one there, and especially the College World Series, that's always impressive.
All right, Bock, game 2 yesterday, we seen number 7, Tennessee, beat number 2, Texas 6-3. Put Texas in the loser bracket. Didn't expect that game to go that way, Bob.
Not necessarily, but Texas has been very good, defending champs, all that. But Tennessee's got a pretty good softball program as well. It was kind of fun. I like when those teams play any sport, because you kind of got that a little bit of contrast of orange, different style of orange going at it. But yeah, it's. I obviously, no matter what, when Nebraska plays Texas in any sport, also, it can be a lot of fun too. So I wouldn't mind seeing them later. But again, now they're going to have to do it if they are going to catch the Huskers through the losers bracket.
All right, Bock. Also, number 1, Alabama beat number 8, UCLA 6-3. Nebraska next opponent, Alabama, puts UCLA in the losers bracket.
Yeah, and of course UCLA, the other Big Ten team in here right now for the College World Series, but that one maybe not as surprising. Alabama has been one of the better teams all year long, and that's what's so exciting about this next matchup. Again, is they're the number 1 seed in this tournament. A lot of people thought, well, shouldn't Nebraska be the number 1 seed? They're number 1 in some of the rankings. So we'll see who's number 1, kind of early in this College World Series on Saturday there. But obviously after that, each the loser's still going to have an opportunity to come back, but that feels like a very big game. If Nebraska can win that one, obviously you're positioned very well, and the other teams are on the ropes.
All right, Bock, tomorrow game, Saturday, you have the 2 losing teams from Texas Tech versus Tennessee. They'll play at 3 p.m. on ABC tomorrow. Game 8 will be no, let me go back. I'm sorry about that. Friday's game today will be Mississippi State versus Texas on ESPN. That will come on at 7 p.m. And number 8, UCLA versus number 5, Arkansas, 9:30, ESPN 2. Whoever loses these games go home, Bob.
That's right.
So, you can't lose more than 2 games. So 2 games you're out. Saturday game looks like Texas Tech versus Tennessee at 3 p.m. And then number 1, Alabama versus number 4, Nebraska at 7 p.m. at ESPN on Saturday.
Yeah, and that's Eastern time, so 6 p.m. here locally.
Yeah.
So that will be what we're kind of gearing toward. It'll be interesting too, because I think if Nebraska baseball wins today, then they will be playing at a similar time there. So it will be a very busy Saturday for us here at the Ticket too. Of course, we'll have the post game shows for both of those. Had the post game show last night. Had to stay up extra late for it, but it'll be a lot of fun.
All right, Bock. Now, the 2026 Super Regional was the most watched Super Region ever. Up 48%.
Wow.
From 2025.
There you go. Good to see it. Nebraska, and again, that's another thing that keeps the standing out. Of course, whenever Nebraska does anything in any sport, is the fan base that is there. And you mentioned the record they had there for the second session. I wouldn't be surprised if some of those viewership numbers also are impacted and helped by Husker fans tuning in.
Now, Bock, I know that it's been a busy 2 weeks here in Lincoln. I mean, probably 3 weeks. When you look at what we've had in the last 3 weeks, we had the Big Ten Track and Field Championship. We had the regionals for softball.
Yeah.
We had the Super Regional.
Yes.
For women's softball. Now, today, The men kick off the regional today against South Dakota State.
That's right.
Arizona State is here. Ole Miss is here, and South Dakota State here, Bock. Another weekend. If we can get Auburn to lose, Bock, we can host another super regional next week.
Yeah, it could be interesting, of course. But, that super regional stuff, like you said, maybe kind of starting to plan for that if you can. But, a lot of it's going to be getting through this weekend. I mean, Nebraska's got one of the tougher regionals in Lincoln. Not necessarily maybe the top draw that you would want if you're a Husker fan, but it does make for some very entertaining stuff. So, I like you said, 3:00 is when Nebraska will take on South Dakota State. Then we got the game Ole Miss and Arizona State at night. And of course, that's a top 25 matchup, both Ole Miss and Arizona State in the top 25. In fact, Ole Miss, even though it's Nebraska's regional, Ole Miss is ranked at 17 and Nebraska's ranked at 20. So it would be very interesting. Like you said, too, Nebraska played close with Auburn. In fact, won a game against Auburn earlier this year. That's one of the premier programs in the SEC in the country. And that's who Nebraska should be lined up there with the super regional. So, lot to break down, but hopefully this is just the start to the ride, right? Nebraska baseball, maybe like softball, can make it to the College World Series. And of course, that's not a long drive here from Lincoln either. So, especially if Nebraska softball could win the whole darn thing, and Nebraska baseball can make it to the College World Series.
We're gonna tear up Lincoln.
I know that's asking a lot, but Nebraska
is
a lot of partying and the central focus of college baseball and softball for a bit.
Now you had Troy Dannon on yesterday, Bock. Great job, what you did.
Appreciate it.
When we talk about all sports at Nebraska, how all teams are accelerating at a high rate, it's a great feeling, because this is not only about football. This is about other athletic, like softball department, the baseball department, the wrestling department, the basketball department. This is the striving school. We should be the top Big Ten school overall in sports-wise.
Well, and they do that. What is it? The Director's Cup,
Yeah.
The athletic director, the athletic department battles. And Nebraska here in the last couple of years has posted better results than they had previously for quite some time. And now this year, it's just going to blow it away. I would believe. I mean, it is. And that's what I asked Troy, is there something in the water? Did you guys do something to adjust? And maybe it's that training table. I don't know what it is. But he's mentioned the coaches, the special coaches that here at Nebraska. So it is so much fun. And when we know this, especially being the radio station that covers all Husker sports, is when they're winning, right? And when they're competitive, as opposed to kind of having go through the cycle of, is this too much pressure? Is this the time the coach is on the hot? All that sort of stuff. So it has been not just fantastic, but kind of a breath of fresh air, because, again, for a while, Nebraska kind of struggled in, there's certain sports where we know volleyball, they've been dominant for a long time. But in that kind of Director's Cup in totality, and it's just a beautiful thing to see, as we kind of get to know a little bit more of the coaches, a little bit more of the program, and man, hopefully this is here to stay. And I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be.
All right, Bock, let's go over the scores for the men's baseball.
I saw
we got some shockers.
One. Yeah.
17-3, Georgia Tech over UIC.
Uh-oh.
Milwaukee, 10-0 on Auburn.
Now that's a big one.
Bottom of the fourth.
Wow.
Ryder is losing to Florida 8-2. Texas is up 4-0 on Holy Cross. Little Rock and Southern Miss are tied 1 apiece. Northeastern versus Kansas. Kansas is up 4-1. And Lipscomb and Mississippi State are 0-0. The other games will still have at least an hour or 2 hours away, a little bit over 2 hours. But later on today, we have St. Mary's at UCLA. That'll be coming on at 2 p.m. St. John's versus Florida State will come on at 2 p.m. Lamar versus Texas A&M at 2 p.m. South Dakota State versus our Huskers play at 3 p.m. Long Island University versus Georgia at 4. VC versus North Carolina. VCU versus North Carolina. Binghamton versus West Virginia at 4. Alabama State versus Alabama at 7. Yale at Oregon at 7 p.m. And just like that, Bock, it started already. The road to Omaha has started already.
Yeah, very interesting, especially that Auburn regional, as we were kind of mentioning. That's one that Nebraska is going to have to keep their eye on. I believe it is 3 teams in this that's left here that's made it to the postseason with losing records. And of course, Nebraska's got one of those games against South Dakota State coming up. Another one though is that Milwaukee team that is beating Auburn
25 and 31.
Right. So that is a very big surprise coming out of that regional. Again, and you mentioned it, if Auburn loses that, could mean a super regional for Nebraska. You've got North Carolina State and UCF also in that regional as the 2-3 seeds. So we'll see kind of how that plays out later today at 5 on ESPN2. But man, that could be a shocker. Of course, it's a double elimination, so we'll see what Auburn can get done. But Milwaukee, that'd be the surprise so far in the postseason.
All right, Bock, let's go to break, and when we come back, we'll hit some SEC versus Big Ten talk. All this talk. Let's just play each other. I got some stuff for you coming up next. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock the Blackshirt. We'll be right back.
Nebraska is changing, and the decisions we make today will define what's next. The Nebraska Chamber Foundation has uncovered powerful insights about our state's strengths and opportunities. But this data only matters when it leads to action. That's why we've launched Go Big Future, a campaign to put these insights into the hands of leaders, communities, and decision makers across this great state. Our future won't just happen by accident. We must build it together. Visit gobigfuture.com to learn more.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet, GMC, and Chevrolet. And GMC Truck Month is here. Absolutely huge discounts and 2.9% for 72 months. I also just wanted to share a little bit more about the Koppel family. They've been serving the Omaha and Lincoln and surrounding communities for over 50 years with great customer service and small town charm. That's always been our motto, and we absolutely will not be undersold. It truly is confident buying and confident driving. So come on in, meet the team, check us out at Koppel or at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at gohogwild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
In communities like ours, local relationships still matter. At Insight Partners, we believe we are better together. That's why insurance agencies across the Midwest have joined Insight Partners to better serve local customers and communities with all their insurance needs. From personal to commercial or specialty insurance, your local Insight Partners team is here to help protect what matters most. Insight Partners, better together. Learn more at myinspartners.com.
May is National Electrical Safety Month. LES is here to help you stay safe around electricity with simple, practical tips. Learn how to protect yourself, your home, and your loved ones at les.com/safety.
It's playoff season in Nebraska, and Rod's Power Sports is stepping up to the plate with a championship lineup. Dominate the off-road with the ultimate power and reliability of new Honda Power Sports vehicles. Need to crush the yard work? Knock it out of the park with commercial-grade Skag mowers and legendary steel power equipment. And when it's time to haul your gear, trust a heavy-duty Featherlight trailer to get you there. From sales to expert parts and service, Rod's Power Sports has got your bases covered. Visit Rod's Power Sports just south of Lincoln in Roca or at rodspowersports.com. Rod's Power Sports, where the winning season never ends.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Better up! The crack of the bat. Sizzling concessions. Yeah, That's the sound of summer at Haymarket Park. It's been that way for 25 seasons. And in this city, it's not a matter of if you'll catch a game, it's how many.
Safe.
That's because there's always something in play for Salt Dogs fans. From saluting our troops to Friday night fireworks, your local tradition plays on. Let's show summer how Lincoln celebrates 25 seasons. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
Some people are looking to buy their very first home. Others are looking to build. And some are refinancing to make what they have work a little better. But the one thing they all need? A personal guide through the mortgage process. At Pinnacle Bank, our local lenders work closely with you to find the right kind of loan and the best rates possible. Because every path home deserves someone by your side. Find your lender today with Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete in Lincoln and Palmyra. Ready Mixed offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply with Ready Mixed Concrete today to be eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with Ready Mixed Concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are powered
by
Bauer,
Infrastructure,
Power,
Underground,
Barrett,
Excavating.
Shout out to the Bauer crews working hard throughout the Lincoln and Omaha areas. All right, Bock, and here's one I got for you today. Little college football, Bock. We're going to rank the Big Ten mascots from the easiest to the hardest to fight.
To fight, okay.
To fight to death. All right, let me find it, Bock. I'm trying to get to it. All right, here we go. I'm kind of disappointed in whoever did this. I'm going to give them a shout out because I don't like this list that they talk about. Number one on this list, easiest, Bock. Who you think it is?
Well, I mean, we got to
This
take
is
out
from the Big Ten huddle.
Michigan doesn't have a mascot, right? Are we talking about the actual mascot or like a Wolverine?
Mascot.
Just the actual mascot. So Michigan's out because they don't have a mascot.
They got 18. We have 18
They
teams.
do have them in there. Okay, so yeah, we'll just replace a Wolverine. Well, Wolverine would be kind of tough to fight. But if I'm kind of thinking through it, a Terrapin wouldn't be altogether too difficult, I don't think. I would say, I'd say, you know what? I think a Terrapin's probably the easiest to fight.
Little Red.
Little Red?
Little Red is the easiest to the hardest to beat up in the Big Ten. Little Red.
So that's how they have 18. Is Herbie in there too? Or are they just
Herbie's in there.
Okay,
Herbie's
yeah.
in there. He's in here twice.
Okay,
No,
okay.
Little Red and Herbie's in here.
Yeah. So we got two Huskers represented.
Yeah. Number two.
I get it. I mean, he's a balloon. You can pop him pretty easily.
Number two.
Again, I'm still gonna stay on this Terrapin thing. I don't think he looks altogether too terrifying.
Nah.
Testudo.
He's a little bit ranking a little high.
He's ranked a little high.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a snapping turtle.
Let's go. Illinois
mascot. I didn't.
The bird.
Yeah. I didn't even know about that thing until I just looked it up.
Yeah.
I've never seen that thing.
You never seen it?
His name's Kingfisher.
Yeah.
When is this guy? When did Illinois have a mascot?
I've never seen him, Bob.
Yeah.
I've never seen him.
I'm looking that up. I've never seen that. Yeah, I don't know if I've watched Illinois sports my entire life. I don't know if I've ever seen something like that. Maybe this is a newer mascot. It says they've been doing. I'm not sure. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he deserves to be at the bottom though because he's not a real mascot.
Yeah. All right. Number 3, Buck.
Now we're getting into kind of some tougher ones. I think that I suppose the Goldie Gopher wouldn't be all that tough. I mean, he could bite you. He's got some big teeth.
Yeah, he's number 3.
Okay, yeah. He shouldn't be too intimidating.
Yeah, he's not intimidating. Number 4.
How about the Oregon Duck? Cute, but not terrifying.
That's it.
Yeah, that makes
Number
sense.
5.
Now I think they start to get, well, you know what? Who I really like, one of my favorite is Brutus the Buckeye from Ohio State. Is he in there? He looks like he could. Scary
Brutus,
at least.
Brutus is a little down.
He's down a little bit. Okay.
We'll go with the Washington Huskies.
Okay, yeah.
So he's number 5. I was number 6.
That bird, he just looks a little bit scary. That's why
he just looked mad. I mean, he doesn't look like
Harry the Hawk.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's a tough guy at all.
No,
but
he's smiling.
All right, Bob. Number 7, Northwestern.
Okay, yeah.
He looks like I don't know. He's not even scary.
Willie the Wildcat. He looks like he needs to shave or something. I don't know.
He need to change his name.
Could have done a little bit better. Yeah.
Willie. His name's Willie?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm not all that impressed with him.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with Willie either. All right, Buck. Number 8 is the Terrapins from Maryland.
There he is. That Terrapin. I'm surprised he made it this far. He's a turtle. What's to be scared of a turtle? They're slow. Like I said, maybe he's a snapping turtle. I could be. I'm not sure.
All right, Brutus
there he is.
Number 9.
One of my favorites.
Wisconsin is number 10.
Okay, I like Bucky Badger too.
UCLA is number 11.
It's a bear. Aren't you scared of a bear?
Yeah, he's not. He really don't look tough though. He looks like
he looks kind of chill.
I don't know if that's Yogi or Boo Boo when you look at that bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Bruin is his name.
Joe Bruin. Oh my God. All right, number 12 is Indiana. He looks like is that a bison?
Yeah, they just re-released their bison, I think last year. I believe it was like angry. The 60s they had him. But
he's buff.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to fight a bison, that's for sure.
Good meat though.
Yeah,
I had bison meat. You ever had bison?
I think I've got some in my freezer right now.
Ooh,
yeah.
We had bison. Jake invited us to do we did a 1-on-1 at a party somewhere outside of Lincoln. Me and Dana Brinston. And they had bison meat because we was playing Colorado the next day.
Oh, yes.
And the bison meat, I was very intrigued by the bison meat because it tasted real good.
Yeah, I think that's probably the last time I've had bison when Nebraska did play Colorado. It's very good for tailgating for those games.
Yeah. All right, Buck. Number 13. Herbie
made it.
Herbie Husker. He's number 9. He's number 13, 14. This dude looks like he's just on something. Purdue.
Yeah, that one I would put
he
near
looks
the top.
Weird every year.
He looks scary. That's the thing. He
looks like he on something. So,
well, yeah.
Yeah.
You can never trust somebody that's on something.
Yeah, he might have some train smoke in his brain or something, but because he looks real crazy.
If you imagine just like getting out of the shower and he's right there, I think he's the scariest.
Nah, he's gonna get the brakes beat off of him
if
he's by me. I'm sorry, Buck.
Purdue Pete. Yeah.
Number 15, Michigan State.
Yeah, I figured the Spartans, the kind of the Trojans, the Scarlet Knights, those guys would be at the top because that's what they're intended to do. They're fighters. They're trained.
Number 16, Buck, Rutgers.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Buck. I've seen both of these mascots up close. There's nothing scary about them.
No.
They look more like clowns, but they don't look tough and rough. They just look happy and jolly. Those two right there, 15 to 16, I could put them in the top 10.
All right. I'm starting to get lost. So Sir Henry is the Scarlet Knight. What was the other one you said?
Michigan State.
Oh, I figured he'd be
Sparta.
up there. Sparty.
Yeah,
he looks angry. You don't think he looks angry?
Yeah, but
he's got some muscles.
When you see him in person, Buck, they don't look so tough.
Oh, okay.
Especially the Rutgers one. I seen him last time. He looks like a little jolly guy.
Well, he's got a smile on his face. At least Sparty looks angry.
At least Little Red is 6'3" or 6'2". Sparty's probably 5'11", 5'10".
What is that depending on who wears him?
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
But all right, number 17, Penn State. That thing just grew some teeth. His teeth wasn't that big last year.
I was gonna say he does kind of have a big open mouth. He looks like he's ready to bite you.
Yeah,
but I don't know. He doesn't look. He's thin as far as like his costume is basically just the human part.
But you call yourself the Nittany Lions, but your logo looks like a panther.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I certainly wouldn't want to fight a lion. Don't get me wrong.
Me neither. I'd run from him, but I've seen the Animal Channel the other day, and what they are, leopard. A tiger ran up and took one of the leopards. No, it was a coyote. No. It was a hyena.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he took one of the hyena babies and tried to run, and Bock. The
hyenas.
They posseed up.
Oh yeah.
I was talking about. At first, it was like 5 of them just circling around him, but he was running. But then he was getting mad, and then Bock was like 15 of them.
Did he drop the baby and run eventually?
Yeah, he dropped it, but he killed the baby. The mom grabbed it, and he ran far, but they still was on his tail.
They still ran after him.
Yeah, but he needed help.
Yeah. Those Animal Planet type stuff, those are fascinating to watch.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, not saying that. I mean, I know it's bad to take a animal's life, but that's how they live in the wild.
That's the wild, yeah.
That's the wild.
It happens. Just video. I always wonder about the guys, or the people videotaping it though. They're just like, nah.
Yeah.
We don't need to step in.
They're not scared.
No.
All right. Bill and Bennett says bison and elk are delicious. 0159 says, from what I understand, the natty part of their nitney part of their is from what? Says
there's a Nittany Mountain.
Has come from the Nittany Mountain.
I didn't know there was a Nittany Mountain. But there is. There's a Mount Nittany.
Okay.
That's good. I appreciate you telling. I mean, all these years of watching Penn State, I never really thought to question it.
Yeah.
Mount Nittany, huh?
Cool. A Nittany mountain lion?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay.
Right. It's actually right by Mount Nittany is right by State College. So it all is making sense.
But when I look at the head on the thing, it looks like a jaguar or something. It doesn't really have a lion face, the logo.
Yeah. Boy, they sure do play that lion growl, though, at every event they have.
All right, Bock, number 19, you got it. Human mascot.
USC. There you go. The Trojan.
He's not scary at all anyway, Bock. He doesn't look anything like, let me see what his name is. Who was the guy that played 300?
Oh, yeah.
What would they call him? What was his name?
Maximus. No.
He looks nothing like Maximus.
Or is it Leonidas? I think it was Leonidas.
Yeah, Leonidas or Maximus.
Yeah,
he doesn't look like either one.
No, they don't always get the best student to be doing that.
Yeah, this guy looks like a 12-year-old Bock.
But he does. He's got a big sword and he's riding a horse. So he does have some advantage.
Do they get to ride the horse at UCLA?
Yeah,
USC?
yeah. Traveler. Yep.
Yeah. But I seen him come.
Yeah.
But the horse didn't come with him when they came here.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think the horse probably stays in Los Angeles, but for home games they have him there. At least they did for the spring game I went to a few years ago.
Somebody said, fullback Trap said, Nittany Lion is a mountain lion, which is actually a cougar. Okay. Learn something new every day.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah,
that's why he looks like a cougar.
I'm actually a safety, not a linebacker. So, same thing, Bock.
Yeah.
Same thing. All right, Bock. We're going to keep going.
Okay.
Give me that Joe clap. Let's talk about this SEC versus Big Ten. And what everybody's been talking about the last couple of days is that they're trying to get a contract to play each other each year.
What would our favorite matchups be if we got an SEC Big Ten scheduling agreement? How about South Carolina, Illinois? Bielema, Beamer, 2. Remember that Citrus Bowl? There was some bad blood there, in particular with the way the game ended. I want this again. There's no doubt. How about Georgia?
Pause. I said that, Bock, when we talked about that last week. We talked about line matchups with We talked about this last week, Bob, but Joe Klatt he came out with it better than us. But
well, it's awesome that a bowl game in these days can still resonate, years later, because bowl games are, obviously, especially as we expand the playoffs, less and less important, or less stakes on the line. But that one was just fun. That was a classic one.
All right, Bob, play it.
At Oregon. Yes, I'm in on that. Remember, Lanning's first game as the head coach of the Oregon Ducks was against Georgia. Georgia just beat them up 49-3. I'd love to see Kirby go up and face his former assistant, his former defensive coordinator in Autzen. Ohio State at Tennessee. And listen, Tennessee fans, to your credit, you showed up huge in that playoff game. What do they call it? Neyland North. There was more orange in the stands than I saw of any other color in my history call in a college football game in Columbus at the Shoe. I want to see Ohio State go and return the favor, and I want that game. LSU at USC. Lane back in LA. Yep, you bet. Lane's obviously been back to LA, but not in an official capacity since he was left on the tarmac as the head coach of the USC Trojans. Bring him back. I want that every day of the week. I want it every year. Please give us this scheduling agreement because it would be great. How about bringing back an old rival? Nebraska, Oklahoma used to be, I would argue, as good as any rivalry in college football, maybe second only to Michigan, Ohio State throughout the whole Big 8 days and even in the Big 12. This was a marquee Thanksgiving weekend matchup. USC, Texas, the classics. Obviously, that Rose Bowl with Weinert and Bush and Vince Young, maybe the greatest game that we've ever seen in the history of college football. And you get those colors on the field at the same time. It would just drip with nostalgia. We'd be thinking about that. Keith Jackson on the call. Oh, Nelly. Indiana at Alabama. Sig going back to Alabama, where he got his start in a big way as the recruiting coordinator for Saban in his first year. Plus, it's a rematch of last year's Rose Bowl. This one's time sensitive, and so it wouldn't happen unless we could do it this year. But in this freedom of movement, how about Nico Iamaleava going back to Tennessee? Yes, I'm sure those fans would just welcome Nico back with open arms because that one ended so well. There's no doubt. I would love to see the Urban Bowl. Give me Ohio State, Florida. Urban won a championship with both of those schools. And then my last one, he had a lot of success, got him right here, precipice of a championship, and then left for the bigger and greener pastures of the SEC. Kalen DeBoer back in Washington. Alabama goes and plays in Husky Stadium.
All right,
yeah,
Bob.
I think you double booked a few of those teams.
Oh, it's okay though. But when we talk about this matchup that everybody wants to talk about, because now you're talking about two of the best conferences in college football, outpays their schools better than any other conference. Big 12 is not a factor. ACC is not a factor. Pac-12 is not a factor. None of these other conferences add up to what the Big 10 and SEC could do. But if we get our way, would you want this to happen?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially, you get to Nebraska, Oklahoma. That would be my first pick, obviously, of the litter. And then you obviously got the Texas A&M, Missouris that you go back to, Texas. But, it'd be kind of cool, too, just to, if you don't get matched there at the top, just to play some SEC teams, because traditionally Nebraska hasn't played a whole lot of them in the non-con. It's more, if you get matched up in a bowl game. I mean, Nebraska, Florida, you talk about nostalgia, that sort of stuff would be really exciting. Even Nebraska, Tennessee, which was lined up, but it got taken away.
Let's go Vandy versus Minnesota.
Yeah, that'd be at least a pretty interesting matchup.
Iowa versus, let's say,
who's the Iowa of the SEC?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss?
I would love to see that game.
Yeah.
Who else, Bob? They missed a couple of teams.
Well, they played LSU in a classic bowl game, too.
Michigan State versus Mississippi State.
Yeah, Battle of the States.
Yeah. Missouri versus, I know they'll beat them, but we're running out of teams. No, I'll do Missouri versus UCLA.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'll do some great games.
Yeah,
great games.
It's hardly hard to find bad matchups, right? When you put all those brands together.
All right, Bock, let's go to break, and when we come back, this is getting deep. Joey Maguire versus Steve Sarkisian. I'll put my twos against your ones, and we'll beat you. We'll talk about that next. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock the Blackshirt. We'll be right back.
We have 2 boys, so we needed more space. We lived in a townhouse, so we decided to build.
Casey Bowman and her husband Joe built their first home with us. This is Bob Benish of Aspen Builders. Working with the Bowmans was fantastic.
After the first meeting, we really liked them as people.
I was really skeptical about the whole building process, more so than Joe was, but they explained everything before it happened. If there were problems or issues along the way, they called and explained everything. They just really helped ease my mind.
They were really good about giving us options as far as what fit in the budget, what didn't fit in the budget. They have a designer, Rachel.
She was amazing. She was very helpful in making sure that our house turned out good. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change the lot. I wouldn't change colors. I love everything about it. Everything. It's perfect for us.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Nebraska is changing, and the decisions we make today will define what's next. The Nebraska Chamber Foundation has uncovered powerful insights about our state's strengths and opportunities. But this data only matters when it leads to action. That's why we've launched Go Big Future, a campaign to put these insights into the hands of leaders, communities, and decision makers across this great state. Our future won't just happen by accident. We must build it together. Visit gobigfuture.com to learn more.
May is National Electrical Safety Month. LES is here to help you stay safe around electricity with simple, practical tips. Learn how to protect yourself, your home, and your loved ones at les.com/safety.
It's playoff season in Nebraska, and Rod's Power Sports is stepping up to the plate with a championship lineup. Dominate the off-road with the ultimate power and reliability of new Honda Power Sports vehicles. Need to crush the yard work? Knock it out of the park with commercial-grade Skag mowers and legendary steel power equipment. And when it's time to haul your gear, trust a heavy-duty Featherlight trailer to get you there. From sales to expert parts and service, Rod's Power Sports has got your bases covered. Visit Rod's Power Sports just south of Lincoln in Roca or at rodspowersports.com. Rod's Power Sports, where the winning season never ends.
Green's Furnace and Plumbing has been servicing the southeast Nebraska area since 1921, specializing in HVAC systems, bathroom remodels, duct cleaning, backflow testing, and so much more. With a network of trained technicians ready to assist you, Green's Furnace and Plumbing is your source for dedicated commercial HVAC service for your business, building, or even your home, so it can run without all those unwanted interruptions. Learn more by visiting their website at callgreens.com or give them a call at 402-467-4444 today.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket.
Looking to make a positive change? Do the extraordinary. Help others by helping research. We are seeking healthy adults ages 19 to 55 to join a research study at Solarion and help advance medical breakthroughs. Earn up to $500 a day while making a meaningful difference for others and for yourself. For more information, visit helpresearch.com/new or call 866-213-2965. Overnight stays and return visits may be required.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete in Lincoln and Palmyra. Ready Mixed offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply with Ready Mixed Concrete today to be eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with Ready Mixed Concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net.
In communities like ours, local relationships still matter. At Insight Partners, we believe we are better together. That's why insurance agencies across the Midwest have joined Insight Partners to better serve local customers and communities with all their insurance needs. From personal to commercial or specialty insurance, your local Insight Partners team is here to help protect what matters most. Insight Partners, better together. Learn more at myinspartners.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Couple Chevrolet, GMC, and Chevrolet. And GMC Truck Month is here. Absolutely huge discounts and 2.9% for 72 months. I also just wanted to share a little bit more about the Couple family. They've been serving the Omaha and Lincoln and surrounding communities for over 50 years with great customer service and small town charm. That's always been our motto, and we absolutely will not be undersold. It truly is confident buying and confident driving. So come on in, meet the team, check us out at Couple or at CoppleCars.com. All deals with approved credit.
Farmers know it all starts with the soil. At Carbon Connections, they're helping you unlock its full potential. Their high-quality humic acid improves nutrient uptake, boosts root development, and enhances soil structure, so your crops get more from every acre. It doesn't stop there. With a full lineup of crop protection products, they help you reduce synthetic inputs while protecting yields and profits. Smarter inputs, healthier soils, better returns. It's time to grow more naturally. Visit Carbon Connections on Facebook or call them today at 402-947-1476 to learn how they can help your farm thrive. Carbon Connections, unlocking your potential.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock The Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We're on Monday through Friday from 1 to 3. All right, guys, we got a little rain coming down before the Huskers get ready to play. The radar doesn't show much, but hey, this is Nebraska. Oh, it's coming down now.
Yeah.
It's coming down hard right now. So we're going to give you an update on the scores right quick. Georgia Tech 22-3 over UIC.
It was baseball 22-3.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Milwaukee, bottom of the fifth, up 11-3 on Auburn.
Well, at least Auburn made it on the scoreboard.
All right, Texas versus Holy Cross, 7-0 Texas.
Boo.
4-0 Florida versus Rider. Southern Miss and Little Rock. Southern Miss is winning that one 3-2. Kansas up 4-2 on Northeastern. And Mississippi State and Lipscomb are 0-0. Another game starts at in 9 minutes. It would be St. Mary's versus USC, St. John's and Florida State. And that's till 3 o'clock till Lamar and Texas A&M and Nebraska and South Dakota State plays. But South Dakota, do they have a let's say? Are they a problem for us?
Well, they could be. I mean, they did play Nebraska close. It was a midweek game. They kind of came back to make it interesting, but it was 5-4. They're in their game earlier this year against Nebraska. I mean, and they're at least riding with confidence, right? I mean, 24-31 overall on the year. Again, I think it was 3 teams that made it to this far in the postseason to the NCAAs that have a losing record. So in that way, it was somewhat of a good draw, at least in this regional of doom, right? With Ole Miss and Arizona State in it, to be one of the least accomplished teams in the tournament. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
So Nebraska should be able to win this one. Again, the starting pitcher today, Carson Yassa, of course, for Nebraska, first teamer, all Big Ten, all that sort of stuff. So they decided to go with their ace, and they're going up against in South Dakota State. Their ace has a 5.88 ERA. So to me, that sounds like that could be problematic going up against this Nebraska lineup. So I'm expecting somewhat of a comfortable victory here today. But as we can see early in some of these baseball scores, what you're expecting doesn't always come out to play. Even if you have a 5.88 ERA, maybe today's your day, right? And so you can kind of change things. If you can hold that Nebraska lineup down, hopefully they don't. And then kind of get some key hits in there. There's a path that they could they could win this thing and of course get it off to an ugly start for Nebraska at the Lincoln Regional. But Nebraska certainly favored and feels like they should be comfortable in winning this one.
All right, on YouTube at your Captain Cody, he says, "Oh man, every Milwaukee batter has recorded a run."
Yeah, not going well for Auburn. That is again very interesting because the Auburn Regional will be matched up with the Nebraska Regional.
So, Bock, here's what I tell you: when it comes to baseball, and it doesn't matter what you do during the season, is what you do for 9 innings. I mean, we can talk about what you did during the season, but if you have 9 bad innings, you're going to lose that game. And Auburn is right there on the crisp of losing this game right here because it's 11-4 right now, top of the 5th. So what they go to baseball, do they do 9 or
9?
8?
Yeah, yeah.
So, okay, so they have a bit of a comeback to try to mount, but hopefully we can let Milwaukee get this one. And you're also talking about another 25-31 team.
Right. And so, again, that's at least a good reminder that you can't go into this one if you're Nebraska and think, oh, just because they don't have a winning record, maybe it'll be a pushover. And I don't know if Auburn was overlooking Milwaukee or anything like that, but it's going to be tough, obviously, in baseball to come back down from 8 runs where they are now. But like you said, I mean, anything can happen. You can get on your runs. I mean, you're kind of making fun of the Cubs a little bit when Nick Sainter's in the office, but that's a pretty good example. They've been extremely either winning like 7 or 8, 10 games in a row or losing 10 games in a row. They just kind of coming off that. Yeah. And now they won 2 more.
That's why I was telling people to say Spanish from 1 to 10.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because I didn't want Nick to know what I was doing. So when they got to 10, they said, what? I said, what's 10? They said this. They said, why? That's how many games the Cubs have lost in a row. So
well, now they've won 2 in a row. They're second in the Central, so at least they're still back there fighting. Not quite what the Braves are doing.
Yeah, the Braves are the best, Bock. I'm just going to sit there and say it right now.
38 wins.
All right, we're going to lose Jake Bockerman for the next hour. I will have Harrison in here with me as we do more college sports here at The Ticket. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock, will see you later. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm going to Haymarket.
All righty.
This is Jordy Ball for Anderson Ford. For years, Anderson has relied on an exceptional customer experience. But just this once, they're going to rely on a really great pitch.
Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $199 per month for 36 months.
Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1008721. Previous service loaner. $199 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. 10650 to assigning. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 7/6/26.
May is National Electrical Safety Month. LES is here to help you stay safe around electricity with simple, practical tips. Learn how to protect yourself, your home, and your loved ones at les.com/safety.
What if your bank had people who care about the places we call home?
That's what Union Bank does. We encourage this culture of giving back.
I really enjoy working with People City Mission,
the United Way campaign,
Habitat for Humanity, Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Everyone's in to help make that community stronger. To be part of all of this that's going on is pretty remarkable.
At UBT, your money has people with a passion for serving. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net.
Does someone in your household avoid phone calls because they can't hear clearly, or do they have difficulty speaking on the phone? Nebraska offers a solution. The Nebraska Specialized Telecommunications Equipment Program, or NSTEP, provides financial assistance for specialized devices like amplified phones, caption telephones, smartphones with Bluetooth pairing to hearing aids, and speech-generating devices. If you're a Nebraska resident with a certified hearing or speech disability, you may qualify. It's not income-based, and once approved, you own the equipment. Learn more or apply at psc.nebraska.gov. or call 1-800-526-0017.
What if your bank had people who care about the places we call home?
That's what Union Bank does. We encourage this culture of giving back.
I really enjoy working with People City Mission.
The United Way campaign.
Habitat for Humanity, Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Everyone's in to help make that community stronger. To be part of all of this that's going on is pretty remarkable.
At UBT, your money has people with a passion for serving. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Farmers know it all starts with the soil. At Carbon Connections, they're helping you unlock its full potential. Their high-quality humic acid improves nutrient uptake, boosts root development, and enhances soil structure, so your crops get more from every acre. It doesn't stop there. With a full lineup of crop protection products, they help you reduce synthetic inputs while protecting yields and profits. Smarter inputs, healthier soils, better returns. It's time to grow more naturally. Visit Carbon Connections on Facebook or call them today at 402-947-1476 to learn how they can help your farm thrive. Carbon Connections, unlocking your potential. If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Green's Furnace and Plumbing has been servicing the southeast Nebraska area since 1921, specializing in HVAC systems, bathroom remodels, duct cleaning, backflow testing, and so much more. With a network of trained technicians ready to assist you, Green's Furnace and Plumbing is your source for dedicated commercial HVAC service for your business, building, or even your home, so it can run without all those unwanted interruptions. Learn more by visiting their website at callgreens.com or give them a call at 402-467-4444 today.
The crack of the bat, sizzling concessions. Yeah, that's the sound of summer at Haymarket Park. It's been that way for 25 seasons. And in this city, it's not a matter of if you'll catch a game, it's how many. Safe. That's because there's always something in play for Salt Dogs fans. From saluting our troops to Friday night fireworks, your local tradition plays on. Let's show summer how Lincoln celebrates 25 seasons. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome in, Bock the Blackshirt. Harrison Arntt's taking over for Jake Bockoven. Got Terrell Farley to my left. As always, you guys want to join in, 402-464-5685. Started him in text line, and you guys will be hanging out with me all night. I'll be taking over for Old School as well with Austin Norman out of town, and then you'll see me again. Baseball postgame, pending weather. I don't think the weather's supposed to get too bad, right?
I don't think it is. I think that little brush over or blow over right here, it just left, so we should be in good standings. It doesn't say any lightning, so baseball must go on.
Should be good then.
All
Love to
right.
see that.
All right, Harrison, former Nebraska guard Sam Hoiberg on the opportunity to work out with the Pacers, the team his daddy started for when he started his NBA career. How excited is that for Sammy, man?
Oh, I mean, that's awesome. I think about where he started in like his career as like a walk-on. He used to have the walk-on weekly with Jeff Grace III here, oddly enough. And then he turned into obviously a significant player and probably one of the most liked players across all coaches in the Big Ten. Like you heard how much they like Sam Hoiberg. And I think probably the coolest thing for him is, I know he's mentioned it, but even kind of looking back, I don't know if he realized
he'd be in this position where he's going to have an opportunity to go play in the NBA. And, there's definitely going to be hurdles with his size and everything, but he's got enough attributes to where he can craft himself into a role player. And the Pacers must just like Nebraska players, because I think Pacers were also the first team to give K-State Tamanaga a workout as well. So I'm super excited for Sam Hoiberg. Like I said, I think he's got enough valuable skills in his tool belt that it will have hurdles, but there's a chance he can make things work.
Yeah, and the thing with Sam is that his hustle outmatches anybody on the basketball court. And the pesky little ball stealing he does. I mean, I think he's an excellent player. I think his hustle is his number one factor in basketball, and he is a spot shooter. He can shoot. Not a great shooter, but he hits it when he needs to.
Yeah, when he's got his feet set, he's pretty knocked down for us. But like you said, you got to set him up on that. He's not a shot creator per se, but he can knock him down if you set him up.
Yeah, I think that's a very good opportunity for him. So we'll have to see how it goes for him and keep a watch out on him and make sure things go well with him.
Yeah, no, for Sam Hoiberg, it's just going to be fun to watch his career. I really think he's going to have a good chance because he's such a likable guy. And to your point, like the work ethic.
Yeah.
I think, especially if you're a guy like Sam Hoiberg who's going to have the tougher road ahead of him, like he's going to have the work ethic where if you're betting on any player who's going to make it through that type of route to the league, Sam Hoiberg's probably a good guy to bet on.
All right, and new news coming out. Indiana Kurt Signetti says college football is in danger if something doesn't change soon. He said the market is pretty expensive. It's crazy. He says it's crazy. He says it's scary. It's scary. I think players should get paid, but something has to be done in the next 12 to 24 months, or universities might not be able to handle this. College football won't exist the way we're going right now.
Who quoted that?
Kurt Signetti.
Kurt Signetti?
Yeah.
I agree.
On 3.
Yeah. You can argue it's already broken.
It's broke. It's past broken.
Yeah.
It's destroyed.
Well, and it's because we've gotten to this point. The thing that kind of cracked me up about it, and I don't like blame Matt Rule for this, but there was big talk on like NIL, we're going to have all this money, we're going to be set to roll, and then we run out there. I think it was like 25 million some dollars, and then he goes out there and he's like, yeah, we thought this is not verbatim, paraphrasing here, thought we were in good shape, but there's teams out there spending $50 million on a roster for that 1 year. That number, every time we get in the offseason, just grows and it keeps growing. And then, you can see with the new college football playoff format that they're pushing. Why would you push that? Well, everyone wants more money. Why? Because these rosters are getting so much more expensive. Why? Because we're putting up a $600 million stadium here in Nebraska, or Northwestern's building an $800 million stadium. Like, this money's getting absolutely out of control. And then when you got to portion $50 million for a winning roster, yeah, the game's broken. I mean, it's pay to play now, whether we like to kind of flirt around it or not. And no one's saying that players can't get paid, but the way it's set up right now, there's so much gray area. And the fact that it feels like half of these cases have to get solved in court. Obviously, you don't have a clean operating system, but we're hitting the courthouse this many times to figure out if a guy's eligible to play or not.
Yeah, I think it's broken to the point that it needs to be restructured. Mm-hmm. I think when we look at the pay scale, it's way off for college players. I do believe they should get paid. I'm not going to sit here and hesitate about that, but the amount you're getting paid is really ridiculous, especially for an 18-year-old kid out of school. That's when we see the trouble starts. You can see what's going on at Georgia. You can see what's going on at other schools, and then we can see the gambling part of it. Yeah. I mean, we can sit here and talk about Brandon Sorsby's story all we want to, but in reality, he broke the number one cardinal rule. Carter said, don't gamble. Mm-hmm. And I hate to say it, but he doesn't belong in college football anymore.
No, and at the same time, though, what really drives me crazy about that is, like, if that's feels like neither does ESPN or any of the other sites that are, when you're watching these games and they go to Kalshi or all these gambling markets. And I'm not saying you can gamble, but when you're punishing your student athletes for gambling, I think you kind of have to have the self-respect to not push gambling down everyone's throats, and you're sponsoring gambling in the games they play, although they are not allowed to gamble themselves. I mean, just the dynamic of it doesn't make any sense. And again, it all goes to money. Everyone knows if you've ever walked in a casino, they're doing pretty all right with their cash flow. And there's a real reason why college football has kind of moved to that. And, pro sports, especially college sports, is now into it. Yeah, you just keep going back to money. Everyone needs more money. These rosters get more expensive. Coaches' salaries are just a whole nother story. Those are just unreal, godly numbers as well. It's just not sustainable. So when Kurt Signetti's talking about that, I think he'd know better than anybody else. I mean, he just won the national championship. He probably did it with a roster that wasn't worth $50 million, and he's saying this is getting absolutely out of control. I don't know if it gets fixed within 24 months, though, as he says. It's my fear. Like when you're looking at what the NCAA is focusing on, doesn't seem like they care. And when you have the Big Ten and SEC also, and the SEC's, you got Kirby Smart out there saying like the SEC should just separate, be its own thing. It feels like we're just taking so many steps backwards.
Yeah, and it's coming that close to where you think about these super leagues they keep talking about, and they don't really care about the NCAA anymore. Here's something I said earlier in the week. I just found it again, but listen to this right here. It says the year is 2045.
Okay.
The college football playoffs is expanded to 128 teams. The SEC has 38 teams. And the Big Ten has 44 teams. Every regular season game is at a neutral site in an NFL roster, in an NFL stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And the rosters are $250 million. The TV network brings in $20 billion a year, and most fans can't afford tickets to watch their favorite teams play anymore. This is reality for college football.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever who wrote this, they're probably thinking about the future. They're probably going to be right about it because of the way we're handling things now.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, it's just unsustainable. The prices keep going up and up and up and up, and you can see that with a lot of teams, ticket prices just skyrocket.
Yeah,
because you got to pay for all these beautiful facilities. You got to pay these coaches these crazy $1 million contracts. You got to pay, even Nebraska's staff. And I'm not saying they're in the wrong for it, but our staff is massive this year for college football. So as much as we talk about the players as well, these coaching staffs aren't getting any smaller. You go look at Lane Kiffin did, and he won all those analysts down there at Ole Miss, and Ole Miss actually helped him out and gave him all those analysts, but that still wasn't enough, and he ended up moving anyways down there to LSU. I mean, my fear is the NCAA is getting actually just bullied now. I think it's really easy to blame the NCAA, and they deserve a ton of blame. But the Big Ten and SEC have been awful in a lot of this. Like, I think they avoid a lot of the blame as the shape that college football has taken in all collegiate sports, because the conference realignment, that's not for volleyball, and that's not to disrespect volleyball or baseball or any sports, but football, those TV deals, what caused all of that realignment. So, you're just kind of seeing this selfishness from the Big Ten, from the SEC, doing what we can to make as much money as possible. Is it better for the game? That doesn't come first. What comes first seems to be money.
Yeah.
And that's where this whole thing is driving people crazy. Who asked for an expanded March Madness tournament?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Who asked for a 24-team playoff?
Nobody, except for the Big Ten, the Big 12, the ACC.
Yeah.
And then the SEC is mad because they want their conference game. It's not because the SEC doesn't want to do it, because they want the better health of the game. They just want to keep their conference tournament, which you could say that's for the better health, but for them, that's more about money. Again, that conference game brings in a ton of money for those guys.
All right, Harrison, I got a clip I want you to play.
All right, let me see if Bock has it pulled
up. It's Joey McGuire.
We do have that.
Let me hear it.
All right.
We're 1-1 against Texas since I've been there. And I said, there's no way they're talking about us, because Sark's a pretty tough guy. His teams are really tough. And I would think that if he was talking about us, that he would call us out. Like, he wouldn't just say, just kind of this comment of, well, there's another team in our state. And so I guess he was talking about us. So I've actually talked to Keith Patterson, and I've talked to G.J. Kinney, and they're willing to take our games, and Abilene Christian will go to Texas State. We'll buy our contract out of Abilene Christian. I'm sure, because Texas has got a lot of money, they can buy their contract out. But I do know there's a lot of Red Raiders that will help them buy that contract out if they don't want to. And they can come to Lubbock week 1, and, we can figure out if their 2s and 3s can win this conference. And No, I know a lot of people are going to say a lot of stuff about me or about us. We didn't score in the playoffs. That's obvious. You can take a shot at us for that. We didn't score in the playoffs. The last time we played Texas, we got beat 57-7, and he played some of his 2s and 3s. They kicked the crap out of us. But, you know, I know he feels really good about his team if he's making those comments. And, man, we would love to play the University of Texas week 1 in Lubbock. I do know that Cody Campbell reached out to Stephen Jones, so they don't want to come to Lubbock, and we're going to work on trying to get AT&T week 1. So if they want to play week 1, then we're ready. We would love to play the University of Texas.
Your thoughts, Farley? This is obviously with the Cody Campbell, Texas Tech, and Steve Sarkisian, Texas feud.
I'm a fan of Steve Sarkisian. Not a fan. We played together.
Okay.
We played together in Canada for 4 years. He's not a tough guy. He's a nice guy. Saying that you could beat a school with your 2s and 3s is really disrespectful. And I understand the way Texas Tech feel. Texas Tech, they did buy their way into college football playoffs. You know, when you look at the sponsor or the donor that they have is a former player who's a billionaire. If I was a billionaire, would I help out Nebraska? To a certain extent. But I'm not going to give all my money away just to win some football games. But that's a rivalry that has to kick itself up. If that was to happen and Texas Tech won, then I would like to see it every year. But if Steve Sarkisian blows you out, you have no right to talk again. I mean, if they agree to this buyout, I would love to see it. I'm waiting on a Steve Sarkisian response to this. So, you know, I would love to see this. This is what college football is all about. Now we're to the part in college football where the smack talk starts. It's getting closer and closer. So we're almost there. We're almost there. Not quite yet, but we're almost there.
Yeah, tempers are starting to flare a little bit. I do got the direct quotes in front of me, and there's certainly some fire. So again, in the quote, he kind of mentioned it, but it kicks off because Steve Sarkisian was quoted saying, "There's a team in our state that plays in another conference that has the schedule that I'd argue if we played with our 2s and our 3s, we'd go undefeated, and they'll probably make the college football playoffs this year." Again, people assuming that he's alluding to Texas Tech. So that's what kicked things off. And then to add to the fuel there, this is when things got a little bit spicy. Campbell responded by saying, "Bevo, the Longhorns mascot, is a steer. It's become very clear that there are quite a few steers down in Austin. There aren't very many bulls. When Sark opened his mouth and picked a fight with a bunch of West Texas boys, he should have known that he better get ready to pack a lunch. We're ready to strap it on, spot the ball, and we're ready to go. September 3rd or September 5th, you name the place, and we'll be there. We'll go at it." And to your point, they offer to pay that buyout for that Texas State game. I hope this game happens, and I hope it's not a blowout, but you know, I like this type of college football.
Yeah.
I like it when coaches don't like each other.
It brings out the best in everybody.
Well, it's my least favorite, and I'm not saying you got to be dirty and do things like that, but it's my biggest problem with the NBA, and the NBA has gotten better at it. Shout out guys like Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama, but it drive me up a wall when Kyrie Irving was like the best example. Kyrie Irving, who was the Boston Celtics, said, "I'm coming back," did not come back. He ended up going, I believe, to the Brooklyn Nets that time, and then they're playing that upcoming season. It's a big game. What do? Dap up, trade jersey swap with Kyrie Irving and Jason Tatum after the game. And it's like, that guy totally just burned the bridge, said, "I'm staying," just to yank the chain and dip, then comes back, works you, and then you're just dapping up, being best buddies after the game. Might be a little bit cynical of me to think that way, but I want that rivalry. I'm not saying you got to be dirty, but everyone being best friends isn't always the best entertainment, you know, and you got to have some of those rivalries in there. And, you know, going back to college football, that's another thing that's seriously missing from college football, is because of conference realignment, because of TV deals, because of we don't want to schedule tough opponents because it's going to hurt our chances to get into the playoffs. We've ruined rivalries.
Yeah, they're dead.
Iowa, Nebraska.
That's not a rivalry.
We're down to Ohio State, Michigan. That's a rivalry.
That's a rivalry. Georgia,
Missouri,
Florida,
Kansas don't play each other anymore.
Georgia, Florida, Oklahoma, Texas. They still play that.
Oklahoma, Nebraska.
Yeah, no more.
No more.
Took out all the fun in college football. So when we talk about this, I just want them to make it happen. Make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's stop all the talk. Don't wait 2-3 years down the line because we don't know what NIL will be 2-3 years down the line, especially with the to protect the College Football Act now they got coming out with the bipartisan bill they have. You have the Lane Kiffin rule. You have, you're trying to put a structure in college sports where kids don't make $100,000. I'd be good with giving a kid whatever your scholarship is worth, $50,000 plus the scholarship, $100,000 a year. I'm fine with that. The part I'm not fine with is a guy like Darren Minshew making $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the evaluation for Miami?
No. I'd love to hear it, though.
Okay, here's their roster evaluation right here. However they say it.
Yeah.
Let me get to it.
Because I'd imagine they're sitting around $50 million.
$44.9 million.
Which is insane. Like, we're talking, that's 1 year.
Darren Minshew, $10 million, it says. Mark Fletcher, $685, which I think he should get a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
Their tight end is $500,000. Malachi Tony is $1.5 million. Their Z wide receiver Cooper Barquette, $975,000. Vanderishis Jacobs, he's making $800,000. Their left tackle is $2 million. Their left guard is $715,000. Their center is $688,000. Their right guard is $500,000, and their right tackle is $1.1 million. That's 19.5 just on offense. Their defense is a little less than their defense is like $9 million, but their DN is $1 million. Their defensive tackle is $900,000. Their right D tackle $990,000. Might as well give them $1 million. Their right end Damon Wilson, 1.5. Middle linebackers $487,000. Wheel linebacker, my position, $665,000. $600,000 for your DBs, all of them, and your right corner's making $700,000.
And the problem with that is that's so much money up front.
Yeah. So you spent 21. It says they spent 21.7 million to retain the players that they had. They spent 17.78. They put $17 million in the portal and $5.3 million in recruiting.
Wait, so it's 5.3 in recruiting and 17 million in the portal?
Yeah.
Well, that's a problem. That tells you where the focus is in college football.
Yeah. It's more, portal.
17 million for the portal and $3.5 million for recruiting.
Yes. 5.3.
You guys recruit them, develop them. When they're good, we'll poach them.
Yeah.
That's the state of college football.
Well, yeah. I don't know if we developed them yet. We're trying to develop.
Well, we were trying. Some other schools.
Yeah. So, I just think college football is broke as a whole. And I'm all in with players getting paid once again.
I think most people are. But I think it's the way it's done.
The way and the amount.
Yeah.
I'm not, some kids are smart enough to handle this, but I think when you do it every year like this, you keep giving $800,000. $800,000, that's good for the whole 4 years to me.
I could invest that today, work this job for another 10 years and find a way to retire.
Yeah.
And just put it all in investments.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, Harrison, let's go to break. And when we come back, we'll talk about, is Jody Fromm the most dominating women figure in Nebraska history? We'll talk about that next. Bock the Blackshirt with Harrison Arns.
your bank had people who care about the places we call home.
That's what Union Bank does. We encourage this culture of giving back.
I really enjoy working with People City Mission,
The United Way campaign,
Habitat for Humanity, Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Everyone's in to help make that community stronger. To be part of all of this that's going on is pretty remarkable.
At UBT, your money has people with a passion for serving. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
It's playoff season in Nebraska, and Rod's Power Sports is stepping up to the plate with a championship lineup. Dominate the off-road with the ultimate power and reliability of new Honda Power Sports vehicles. Need to crush the yard work? Knock it out of the park with commercial-grade Skag mowers and legendary steel power equipment. And when it's time to haul your gear, trust a heavy-duty Featherlight trailer to get you there. From sales to expert parts and service, Rod's Power Sports has got your bases covered. Visit Rod's Power Sports just south of Lincoln in Roca or at rodspowersports.com. Rod's Power Sports, where the winning season never ends.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here, summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
It's easy to underestimate the importance of water conservation. So here are some unbelievable facts to put things into perspective. For every drop of water that you save, a child learns to read and an alien invasion is postponed. But for every drop of water that you waste, a monkey can no longer taste bananas and an animal cracker becomes extinct. Are these facts true? I don't know. But I do know that Hunt Irrigation, the Water Smart company, can upgrade your existing irrigation system and can save you up to 30% on your water bill. Hunt Irrigation, the Water Smart choice.
Looking to make a positive change? Do the extraordinary. Help others by helping research. We are seeking healthy adults ages 19 to 55 to join a research study at Solarion and help advance medical breakthroughs. Earn up to $500 a day while making a meaningful difference for others and for yourself. For more information, visit helpresearch.com/new or call 866-213-2965. Overnight stays and return visits may be required.
Hey everyone, it's Brie Marie. Join me and James Rowland every Sunday night at 7 p.m. from April through August for the Finish Line. We'll do laps around the headlines and dirt track racing, let the rubber meet the road for NASCAR news, and talk with special guests, including your favorite local drivers and racing personalities. That's the Finish Line, Sunday at 7 p.m. all summer long on 93.7 The Ticket.
Farmers know it all starts with the soil. At Carbon Connections, they're helping you unlock its full potential. Their high-quality humic acid improves nutrient uptake, boosts root development, and enhances soil structure, so your crops get more from every acre. But it doesn't stop there. With a full lineup of crop protection products, they help you reduce synthetic inputs while protecting yields and profits. Smarter inputs, healthier soils, better returns. It's time to grow more naturally. Visit Carbon Connections on Facebook or call them today at 402-947-1476 to learn how they can help your farm thrive. Carbon Connections, unlocking your potential.
Green's Furnace and Plumbing has been servicing the southeast Nebraska area since 1921, specializing in HVAC systems, bathroom remodels, duct cleaning, backflow testing, and so much more. With a network of trained technicians ready to assist you, Green's Furnace and Plumbing is your source for dedicated commercial HVAC service for your business, building, or even your home, so it can run without all those unwanted interruptions. Learn more by visiting their website at callgreens.com or give them a call at 402-467-4444 today.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We're on Monday through Friday from 1 to 3. Now, Harrison, before I go to that question, I got another video. I got another recording. And I want everybody to tell me, what is the best NFL theme song? You got it?
I don't off the top of my head. I'm not entirely sure.
You see it on the I got a recording.
Oh, here we go. We do have it in here. NFL TV themes. All right, here we go.
Yeah, play it for us.
Checks out.
I think that's CBS.
That is indeed. Oh,
that's Fox.
That's Fox. I think I'm a big Fox guy, to be honest.
You're a Fox guy? Let's hit it next. Sunday Night Football. That's okay. It's not better than Fox. I like this.
I'm still
Monday
going
Night
Fox.
Football.
I'm still going Fox.
You still going with Fox? Let's see what somebody on the text line say. Let's see what we got. Fox is sweet. Yeah, all right. Thank you, dude. All right, that's enough of that.
I just want to play Fox one more time. It is off season. I'm starting to get excited. I'll tell you what, Farley.
Well, we're a month and a half away. We're almost there. I mean, when June comes, June 1st, I think we're to that point. I think by the middle of June, when the magazines start coming out, all these first team preseason Big
We got
Ten,
OTAs going on.
OTAs going in.
They
They start June 1st, so they'll be back in town this weekend to get ready for off-season workouts.
Yeah, and we'll get to more of that conversation. Let's get to the text line here. Fox is sweet, and then we had Doug with mesothelioma. He says CBS or NBC for me. Fox is weirdly corny for my taste. And Ohio Husker goes Monday Night Football. I mean, they're all bangers. I'm not really going to disagree with all of them. I'm a big Fox guy. But no, I'm getting fired up here. Farley, what's your NFL team?
The Falcons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know we suck, but hey, I'm having a bad sports decade.
Yeah.
If you look at that, my Braves haven't been diddly squash in a couple of years. My Falcons haven't been great.
The Braves are actually decent this year.
Yeah, this is the first time in years that I feel real comfortable. But we're still missing Ronald Acuna Jr. We still have the player who got suspended for the whole season, so we're not 100%. So I don't know when the Braves start running on fumes. So I'm still scared about that part.
Well, I just got out of my bad decade with my Chicago Bears. So I'll tell you what, Farley. I got to ask you. I'm selfish. I'm going to bring my Bears into the conversation. Did you buy the Caleb Williams stock?
No.
Come on.
I buy the coach stock.
Okay, that's fair.
The coach.
Yeah,
if they go back with the same coach they had, then they're nobody. But you got a coach in there that has to be that's came in and been proven, made the players believe in them, and that's a great thing when you got a coach that can come in 1 year and make a believer out of his team. I think that's one thing Nebraska has to start doing is they got to start believing in themselves. If you have some kind of conscience in the back of your head when you're playing football, then you're in the wrong sport. I mean, football is a think and react kind of sport. It's not just we're going to go out there and beat you, because that's never the case. This is not the 95 or 94 Huskers where they just go out and win. This is a team that has the ability to win some games, but at the same time, we have to start taking out some of the big dogs instead of the little cats that stay on the porch. We need the big dogs that hop off the porch, and we need to beat them. So
yeah, we got to get out. Well, we got to beat the middle tier teams.
Yeah,
and then we can get start goating those dogs on the porch.
Yeah,
we're still scrapping with dogs in the yard. We ain't even touching the porch yet.
Well, those big dogs they're waiting for you. They're waiting. I mean, when Indiana comes to town, there's no more talk about what we did the 5 games before that.
No, but my hope is that the guys are fired up for that. Assuming that you take care of business in your non-conference games. I think it's like Michigan State, and then maybe I don't think the first few Big Ten teams are terribly tough. And then you get Indiana game 5, and then you hit the road to Eugene, Oregon. For Nebraska football, I hope they're just salivating at the mouth. When you get the defending champ at home, take care of it. We got to get back to a spot where, listen, I'm not saying they got to go undefeated, although I'd love for them to do it, but Memorial Stadium's got to be a scary place to play. Go look at what baseball did this year. Only 1 loss at Haymarket Park this year. And you could argue, this was a team that certainly had its ups and downs. They have a terrible series versus Ohio State. But you know why none of that mattered and they got to host a regional? Because when they were playing at Haymarket Park, good luck getting a win out of there. Only 1 loss to Kansas, undefeated in conference playing baseball. When you protect your home venues, basketball did it as well this year. That's how you have great seasons. Those road games are tough, and you don't always expect them to win those. But, I don't care if it's Indiana, the defending champ, or a middling Northwestern team. We have to get to a point where Memorial Stadium, where the fans aren't like holding their breath the entire time waiting for us to lose the game, where it's just a raucous environment and the players, go out there with some pride. Not to say they don't. Maybe I'm being too harsh on it, but Memorial Stadium has, for one of the greatest fan bases, has been a place where I feel like other teams walk into to get hyped because they're like, wow, look at the crowd here to watch us play football. They're not even worried about Nebraska football, and they don't respect them. Like, you got to go earn that respect. And don't look at the Husker fan base like, wow, what a fun game. Look at all the fans here. No, you should be terrified to walk into this place because in your era, you're going to punch them in the mouth as soon as the game started.
Well, and here's one thing that I can contest to, that we was very well at using the crowd. The crowd is the crowd is your number one. You how I said, the number one benefactor for you. I mean, that's what they're there for. They're there to yell loud. They're there to help make players jump outside. They're there to scare the other team.
Yeah.
I mean, use them. That's what they're there for. Throw your hands up. Throw the bones. Keep the crowd in the game, and you keep yourself in the game. That's and I fed off crowd noise. I'm big on crowd noise because it makes me excited to make a big play and listen to that crowd.
Well, it's like, remember, like the Colorado game is the best example of it.
Yeah.
Like that was the best time where Husker football and Matt Rule's era used the crowd. And they went out there, and it was also because the players went in there, and Colorado, they were talking crazy, but Nebraska football went into that game with an intention. The most intention I've ever really seen Nebraska football in the Rule era go out there and walk into the hype, embrace the crowd, and then utilize it against the Colorado team and make them sorry for even showing up. That's what that first half was. And that's what a great home environment is. And that's how you can utilize it. If we want to go to college football playoffs, like, it starts at Memorial Stadium.
Yeah. It starts with their mindset. I mean, you have to have that winning mentality. And I mean, if you have a doubt or if you just here to make money, you're not going to be successful here. I mean, successful football comes with working hard, doing the right thing at practice, learning the plays, learning the down and distance, learning what learning what their favorite thing to do on third down is, down and distance, what hash they're on, what side of the field they're on, what are they usually do on 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4, 3rd and 10, 3rd and less than 5 yards. You got to earn that. You got to learn that stuff in and out of to be especially smart players.
Mm-hmm. What'd that look like for you, Farley? Because, you're obviously more hard-hitting, flying around athlete. Some people might say you're just putting your head down, but understanding the game behind it and the tactics.
I knew what I was doing. We was taught to know that you always want to know what the guy in front of you doing.
Yeah.
I knew what Grant was going. I knew what Jason was going. I knew what Hole was supposed to open up for me. That's the way we was taught football. I mean, we seen patterns and we watch film and we study. I mean, their studying probably is better than ours because of technology wise now. They got laptops, they got, the little iPads, they can look at plays on halftime. We didn't have that.
Yeah.
We just beat you up. We just knew football. We knew what we did at practice all week from Monday through Thursday was going to help us out on Saturday morning or Saturday night. We just knew our coaches were smart like that.
Well, and you guys all loved football because you weren't getting paid.
Yeah, we weren't getting paid. Yeah,
You're there because you love the game.
$388 scholarship check every month,
yeah.
but you had to stay somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't like you getting it to stay in the dorms. Nobody wanted to stay in the dorm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always a little bit romantic when it comes to the old version of college football and that whole era. But even in the era of NIL today and the transfer portal, I think that's why continuity is more important than ever. I think that's why proving that you can develop players is more important than ever because, listen, what did you say? Miami's $17.5 million in the portal. That's one university. You have so much money in the portal that you got to start proving to guys that, hey, we can develop you to be an NFL talent. And Satterfield, as much heat that he's gotten, give him some credit. Look at his tight end rooms. We've had some tight ends. Maybe they're not high draft picks, but we have tight ends under his watch that have been having some opportunities. But again, in the era of the portal, you have to have the trust that you can develop guys in the NFL talents, especially if you don't have the funds to compete, with the $50 million rosters. And that's just kind of what it is now. It looks a little bit different, but I'm still a firm believer that if you can develop players, you can still hold that continuity together.
Listen to this right here. Nebraska has official visits set up with 3 top wide receiver target, including 4-star Khalil Taylor and Matthew Gregory. The Huskers are looking for 1 to 2 more wide receivers, but with 1 committed and looking around, could Nebraska push for all 3? Here's my problem right now. Jeet Wade, great recruiter.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for anything better.
No, he hit the ground running.
Why haven't we seen this on the defensive side of the ball with defensive linemen? We need to hit the ground running because we're still not up to par on that defensive spot, on that front 7, I think. So we got to pay attention to that this year and see if that's going to be the weak spot of the defense because we don't know what's going to be the weak spot yet.
Yeah, I think that's what happens when you're just rotating through defensive coordinators and coaches.
Yeah.
If you're a really good defensive lineman, what legacy are you following at Nebraska? Ty Robinson?
Sue, he just 20 years ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago, and then Ty.
They're not going to understand all that. I mean, it's just like some of these kids probably, if they really know the history of Nebraska, this would be a different team.
Mm-hmm.
If they knew the history. I don't think they know the history. I mean, you can see the national titles up there, but do they understand what Nebraska football is all about? How tough Nebraska football is all about? How we built this thing probably from the 70s all the way to 2000s, and now I wouldn't call it non-existent, but we have to get these young men to put us back on the map because we can't go out there as old guys to do it. So I need the young guys to step up and do it.
Well, then I can't blame them for not understanding it. In their lifetime, Nebraska's never been good.
Well,
or great.
You got to have. That's where you have that historian of somebody on that team, like a Ron Brown, who talked about Tommy. We can't talk about Tommy as much, but we need to talk about everybody else that helped bring this program up. Tommy was a key part of this, but you have people like Grant Wistrom, you have people like Jared Thomas, you have people like Ricky Simmons, Mike Rozier, Steve Taylor, Turner Gill. Even what's his name? The D tackle from back in '70s. D tackle, what his name was
in the '70s? Yeah,
70s.
Texlin can help me out. Great defensive tackle in the '70s.
I know him. Richard Glover.
Oh, Glover.
You got to understand
the Oklahoma game where he had a monster performance.
You got to understand guys like that and the passion those guys had for this university. And I get it. They get tired of hearing it, but we're gonna preach it till to it bleed their ears, hopefully.
Well, I get upset with this whole conversation. It drives me insane. Big Michael Jordan fan. I think he's the GOAT, greatest of all time.
That's a lie.
All right. Well,
LeBron.
Well, I'm going to swing this. Maybe you'll agree with me. You know what drives me nuts when people talk about NBA? We're done with the 90s. You're telling me that if Michael Jordan wanted to have a conversation about like, hey, this is what I did, this is how I became the greatest player of all time, you wouldn't listen? When we're talking about Nebraska football, arguably one of the best college football teams of all time was that 95 roster. We're done with the 90s. We don't need to hear from those guys anymore. I have no idea where that process, that mindset comes from. Why would you not be willing to listen? You can't replicate everything. It's a different era, of course. But, you know, you look at that era because clearly that team was on to things and was ahead of the game. And some things you can't replicate, but the mentality, you tell me you can't lock into the mentality a little bit of how that operated and how you're able to get a team together, that everyone knew their assignments, and you got leaders like Grant Wistrom, Jason Peter, yourself, Jay Foreman. All those players have some value to them. And for people to sit there and say we're done with the 90s, listen, I'm not saying we got to do the triple option. We're going to have the same offense as the 90s, but we can at the very least lock into some of the mental aspects that made those teams so great.
Well, my question for it is, when do we make this comeback? We've seen teams die and come back. Look at Miami. Died, came back.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Alabama. Died, came back.
Even Texas was struggling for a while. They're back.
Died, came back.
Mm-hmm.
Texas Tech. Died. And now they're here. So you got to ask yourself, when do we make that giant leap back to superior football here at the University of Nebraska?
Well, and it's just like working out. The longer you wait, the harder it gets.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next time. All right, let's go to break. And when we come back, we're going to close out the show. But yes. I still want to know, is Jody Fromm the best
That's right.
dominating female athlete at the University of Nebraska? We will talk about that next before we close out the show for Old School with Harrison and Jay Foreman coming up next on The Ticket.
Imagine if the people who work at your bank were neighbors who could help with a home loan.
Congratulations, you're approved.
Or friends who love to shop local.
Have a good one.
At UBT, who you work with matters just as much as what you're working toward.
Hey, thanks for helping.
That's why your money has more than a banker. It has people. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
It's playoff season in Nebraska, and Rod's Power Sports is stepping up to the plate with a championship lineup. Dominate the off-road with the ultimate power and reliability of new Honda Power Sports vehicles. Need to crush the yard work? Knock it out of the park with commercial-grade Skag mowers and legendary steel power equipment. And when it's time to haul your gear, trust a heavy-duty Featherlight trailer to get you there. From sales to expert parts and service, Rod's Power Sports has got your bases covered. Visit Rod's Power Sports just south of Lincoln in Roca or at rodspowersports.com. Rod's Power Sports, where the winning season never ends.
It's easy to underestimate the importance of water conservation. So here are some unbelievable facts to put things into perspective. For every drop of water that you save, a child learns to read and an alien invasion is postponed. But for every drop of water that you waste, a monkey can no longer taste bananas and an animal cracker becomes extinct. Are these facts true? I don't know. But I do know that Hunt Irrigation, the Water Smart company, can upgrade your existing irrigation system and can save you up to 30% on your water bill. Hunt Irrigation, the Water Smart choice.
Looking to make a positive change? Do the extraordinary. Help others by helping research. We are seeking healthy adults ages 19 to 55 to join a research study at Solarion and help advance medical breakthroughs. Earn up to $500 a day while making a meaningful difference for others and for yourself. For more information, visit helpresearch.com/new or call 866-213-2965. Overnight stays and return visits may be required.
Does someone in your household avoid phone calls because they can't hear clearly, or do they have difficulty speaking on the phone? Nebraska offers a solution. The Nebraska Specialized Telecommunications Equipment Program, or NSTEP, provides financial assistance for specialized devices like amplified phones, captioned telephones, smartphones with Bluetooth pairing to hearing aids, and speech-generating devices. If you're a Nebraska resident with a certified hearing or speech disability, you may qualify. It's not income-based, and once approved, you own the equipment. Learn more or apply at psc.nebraska.gov or call 1-800-526-0017.
Remember your first Salt Dogs game? Maybe it was a class trip out on the berm, or date night with actual fireworks, or team building that didn't feel like work at all. For 25 seasons, Haymarket Park remains Lincoln's place for firsts like these, the kind that last. Because it's more than a baseball game. It's the joy of being here together. These are the traditions that bring us home. So here's to you, Lincoln. Your local tradition plays on. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Rick Heyman here from Sauter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sauterheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, showers likely throughout the day. It'll be breezy with an afternoon high around 75. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, otherwise mostly cloudy, a low around 63. And tomorrow, more showers and storms possible, otherwise partly sunny and breezy, the high near 81. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, I'm an interior designer. A lot of builders don't have designers on staff. I'm included with our Aspen package and can make your home more custom to your taste, your needs, and your wants.
Rachel's our interior designer at Aspen Builders. She's one of the reasons that makes us really good at what we do. I'm Bob Benish, and we absolutely love how Rachel takes care of our clients.
I think the biggest challenge with building is a lot of clients are worried about all the choices. When they come in, they kind of have a deer in the headlights look. I like to ask people at the end, so what did you think? And usually they pause and they say, you know, you really broke it up, kept it simple. We just did one meeting at a time, so I wasn't looking at all the decisions I had to make. I had plenty of time to decide things. You walked me through it all. It made it simple.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Hey everyone, it's Bree Marie. Join me and James Rowland every Sunday night at 7 p.m. from April through August for the finish line. We'll do laps around the headlines in dirt track racing, let the rubber meet the road for NASCAR news, and talk with special guests, including your favorite local drivers and racing personalities. That's the finish line, Sunday at 7 p.m. all summer long on 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock The Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We're on Monday through Friday from 1 to 3. All right, quick recap of the ball games going on now. Milwaukee, 12-5 over Auburn. It is the top of the 7th. Holy Cross is losing 17-0 to Texas. Ryder is down 1 run, 7-6 to Florida. Little Rock, who's 36-26, is beating Southern Miss 7-4 in the bottom of the 9th. That'll be a great upset. Northwestern losing to Kansas 6-3, and Lipscomb is losing to Mississippi State 4-0. St. Mary's and UCLA are 0-0. 3 o'clock games coming up. St. John versus Florida State, Lamar versus Texas A&M, South Dakota versus Nebraska, and the other games are later on today. All right, there. Man, I stayed down the street from you, and I forgot your name. Harris.
Whoa, Farley, we're working together for years.
Sometimes I look over there, and you expect Bock over there. So, you know, I've been with Bock for.
I'm glad I didn't have to give you a hint. I'm glad you remembered.
I've been with Bock. I've been with Bock for 3 years now, almost 4. So sometimes names are bad with me.
No, you're all right. You're all right, Farley. What's up?
All right. So to the question we asked earlier, is Jody Fromm the most decorated women Husker of all time?
This is tough. Because you got to go to volleyball, and all the great volleyball athletes that we have. You can even go to Alexis Johansson this year.
Yeah,
arguably one of the best.
Disc girls, the girl that throws the shot put.
Shot put.
I think she's probably arguably the best one of them all. If you want to talk about it,
that's kind of what she's going to be Team USA.
Yeah, sky's the limit for her. Yeah, so she'll be winning a gold medal pretty soon. Here.
I think though, like if Jordy Fromm leads this team to a College World Series win. And obviously not her, it's the whole team. It's Ron Revelle, but she's a big part of it. She's flirting around that territory. The only problem for her is that she spent time in Oklahoma, so she didn't have the full tenure here at Nebraska. But just the years that she's put together right here, even with the injury, which was crazy, she's at least in the conversation of one of the most influential. I don't know if she can be, the most, because again, you've had Huskers that have spent their entire career here, and even I guess woman. I was going to say Jordan Burroughs, but it's on the men's
What about
side.
Marilyn Audie?
You could put. I'd have to go back, but she's in there.
Yeah,
I'm looking at all her accolades. But like it is crazy. Just in the 2 years though that we're talking about Fromm in this way.
All right. This is from 0159. He said, "Trigger warning. Not to change the subject, but why is ESPN and their channels only shows 3 baseball games of the 3 games?" It says, and they are the same games and none are ranked games. I once again hate Disney and their money-hungry hands. Play the bigger games. Sorry, but thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Go Big Red.
I'm with you. I can't. The way that broadcasting these games have gone is driving me also crazy.
Yeah.
ESPN. I don't know how the whole Big Ten fiasco happened that we had to play that game at 11 p.m. But again, I think that's just like ESPN and their terrible deals and the way they schedule games. And I think that was a reason why the Big Ten had such a terrible job scheduling it. I don't know. We do such a bad job broadcasting baseball as the Big Ten by itself. And then when we get into regionals, you'd hope it'd be a little bit better, but I don't have the answers for it. I can concur though, that it's not always the great setup. I'd agree with the texter.
All right. I guess that's it for the show. I guess we are waiting for 3 o'clock hour for Nebraska and South Dakota State to start the baseball game, and it is the road to Omaha. So hopefully the men can pull it out. I'm Terrell Farley. He's Harrison Aaron.
Thanks, Farley. Appreciate it.
And we'll be back. 93.7 The Ticket.